couple different things that you can do. First, there's privacy settings within your TVs that
Yes.
usually, while incredibly hidden, do exist that you can turn this type of ACR off. However, that might not always keep you as completely safe as we've discussed on the show in the past. So what else can you do? Well, there's a couple different things you can do. And my favorite thing to do is get a decent VPN, as we've discussed, and use that VPN to mislead the actual organizations collecting this information, or that may be collecting it regardless of whether you said to allow it or not. I want to pick your brain on this one, buddy, because there's a lot of different ways to install a VPN. And
Yes.
you can get back in the days when I was a younger man, a man of more time before I was known as Papa, I would install the VPN directly. Man, remember back in 2014 when Netflix was pulling that garbage? And that actually wasn't Netflix. Verizon bought Redbox, and they tried to make Redbox a digital streaming service at the same time. And since
Yes.
Verizon could actually do packet analysis on the packets coming from people's houses, what they did is they identified if it was Netflix or not and would make the connection worse based on it just being Netflix that was being watched.
Dude, this is ringing
Yeah.
a bell
And it
with
was
that
garbage.
connection.
It was
Yeah.
hot garbage. I hated it. So what I did, because I had more time back then, was I installed the VPN credentials directly onto my router. So everything that went out of the house, came into the house, was completely encrypted, and voila, suddenly crystal clear Netflix, right? That takes more work for the average person than necessary. I'm going to be honest, these days, what I like to do is download the app on my phone. Like we've talked about before, I like Nord here, but anyone can pick whatever they want. And I'll encrypt it that way. And I'll do it more from the end devices, especially since I work from home and there's other people using the internet here. And just it's the same reason not all devices use my Pi hole, right? Because sometimes it messes other people's connections up.
Mhm.
Okay. But what do you think is the best way forward? One, do you think, is there anything you have besides VPNs that you recommend in this situation? And two, what type of if you do recommend VPNs as well, what do you suggest for implementation?
Yeah, we've talked about this a few times. The other thing that I bring up all the time is some kind of a DNS blocker or
Oh, yeah.
so like a Pi hole,
Yep.
or there are private DNS blockers out there that's just a service and you sign up for it. You just make sure that now this is kind of hard still for the average person to do who's not a tech savvy person, but when you're setting up your network, you're just basically changing your DNS server.
I feel like
Everything
we
else
should
is
make help guides sometimes.
let's do it. Yeah,
Should
I'm
we make
down.
help guides? Like, okay,
Yeah.
anyone who's listening or watching, leave a comment if you want a help guide. I mean, if just one person wants it, it might not happen because I'm tired. But like, if a lot of people want it, then maybe we'll make a few help guides. Maybe make some.
Yes, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah,
That's one big thing. The VPN thing is a good idea as well. I mean, there's a lot of people out there who don't quite put as much faith in VPNs these days as they used to. And we've seen Nord get hacked before. We've seen
yeah, but it was
some
all
other
useless data.
right. I mean, we've seen other VPNs get hacked as well. So just keep that kind of stuff in mind when you are passing it through. It's not like it's not going anywhere. It's still going to where it's going to, and it's still coming out of somewhere, and that somewhere is owned by somebody else. So just keep that in mind when you're signing up for these kinds of services. That includes the DNS thing, by the way.
Also, that
Unless you're
includes the dark web, by the way. I'm
yeah,
just gonna throw that
that's
out
right.
there. Everyone thinks Tor, not everyone, but a lot of people think Tor is the ultimate solution. You don't know who owns those nodes. You don't
That's
know who
right.
owns those Tor nodes. And also,
I
just
mean,
hosting a Tor node can make you look like you're doing a lot of sketchy stuff.
yeah.
If
I would not. I
you
would
know what?
never host a
If I have a
tornado.
recommendation for people watching / listening today, don't set up your own Tor node at your house, and don't let rando people on the internet, pretend like they're you coming out because you don't know what they're doing or the kind of stuff they're looking at, and the cops will come to your house. So don't do it.